Hello everyone, I'm here with my friend Brittany.
Hi.
And you can say hi. You can say hi. You can say hi.
Oh,
This is a really weird situation, but this is going to be a very authentic conversation between us. We did not prepare anything.
We didn't. We did just take a shot.
We did take a shot. We both think this is a little weird because the camera is rolling, but this is a conversation that we always talk about every time we get together, and that topic is the one. So the purpose of this and filming this is to get a single's perspective and a married woman's perspective of what it means to know someone's the one or finding the one. So as far as the one, how do you as a single think that you're supposed to know a guy's the one?
So, as I always tell you, I operate off pure emotion. I know it based off chemistry. When I meet the guy, I can almost tell you within the first probably 5 minutes whether he's somebody I could seriously date or not.
Wow. And what do you go off of?
Chemistry.
Just chemistry, not looks or physical attraction.
No, and I think that plays into the whole chemistry connection. I don't think I would be attracted to you if I didn't already have the chemistry with you.
But in 5 minutes?
5 minutes or less. I've done it in less.
That is crazy.
And you don't believe that?
No, I do not believe that. I believe that you just never know. Like, it could be someone you're just totally not into right off the bat, but the more you get to know a person, the more you give people a chance longer than 5 minutes, they could potentially turn into someone who you could see yourself with.
But to that, is that the one, or is that still just someone? Someone.
They're always someone in the beginning, and then they turn into the one. And I know this is where we differ because you feel like right off the bat, this is the one. And I'm like, no, it does not always happen that way. It's not that easy.
No. Do I think people can make relationships and be married forever without being with the one? Do I think you can learn to love somebody? Yes, across the board. But also a part of me feels as if you're sort of settling in that.
How are you settling when all you're doing is getting to know someone longer than 5 minutes to see if you're even interested? You could meet someone and be around them for 5 minutes and they not even say a word. But how would you even know if they're the one if you even haven't heard them talk? You don't know what kind of mood that person is in that day. You know, they could be acting a little differently. You know, you just never know. You definitely need longer than 5 minutes. You need a date, you know, to actually get to know and have a conversation, like a full conversation with someone.
No, and I get everything you're saying. I do think it's important to get to know somebody, but I think on just
pure attraction.
No, not even pure attraction. I just think on a fundamental, basic level, there has to be something that something inexplicable almost that connects me to you, which therefore, once we go on that date, or once, you know, it's been 6 weeks or 6 months, or it makes it worth sticking around for that part. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people I can meet who have good resumes, have good jobs, bring a lot to the table, but because I don't have a connection with you, it's not worth me sticking around to find out the rest. I frankly don't care.
Right.
I don't care.
So a connection. So what is this connection?
It's just something you know. I've only experienced it a couple times.
A couple of times.
Only a couple times, but
with the one. But the one is the one. So the fact that you've experienced this two times.
I've experienced it twice.
Yes.
And I would say for each person, or for the first person, I'm very clear on that he was necessary for the second person. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there was another one in his chapter. But when we ended, you know, he was the one to take me to the next one. There was a one for me.
So it's not a one. It's not a one then.
There's a one for each chapter.
A one for each chapter.
There's a one for each chapter until God says this is the person to take you through your story. That is my feeling on
The
love
one.
and relationships and the one. And it might be somebody from the beginning who takes you all the way to the end. It might be 2 or 3 people. I'm not saying there's one person in your whole lifespan, but do I think there's one person in this moment for